Welcome to a new edition of Look What I Found. And I want to show you 5 pieces I found along the Saginaw River today with my friend Gil Alburg. Now these first 3 are lumps of rust with interesting pieces embedded in the rust. And I took these because I think they'll make a really cool looking display. They remind me of the Antikythera mechanism that was found somewhere, I think, in the area of Greece. These are not that ancient, let me say that right from the start, but they are pretty interesting. So this first lump has in it some kind of a dial mechanism and also chain. The dial mechanism, I have no idea what it was from. I do know that the site that these came from had at one time been a foundry back before the turn of 1900. Then here's another piece similar to that. This one's very heavy. Has an interesting piece here. There's different pieces throughout. There's glass embedded in it. Another piece here which resembles the piece I just looked at on the other side. Don't have a clue what they were, what they represent, except again that it was recovered from a site that had been a foundry. This next one is my favorite. Yeah, that's right. Drop it and break it, Dennis. Right? Hey, let me set that up. I'm trying to brace it up so you can see it better. But it is a disc. I'm not sure the kind of metal it's made out of. It's very flexible. It could be aluminum. I'm not sure. It has an enameled blue border around it. Kind of fancy in between the spaces there. It's just not going to stand up for me. And there we go. And it just has a really cool look to it. Again, these will make an interesting display put together. They don't date back probably earlier than the 1890s. And as I said, they were from a location that had been a foundry. Then from the 1850s is this broken bottle. It would have been a blob top bottle. And it says on it, this is cool, I don't know if you can see it or not, it says City Pop Works, East Saginaw, Michigan. Gil said that he had found one previously intact and it had sold for $75. Of course, missing the top, this one is not anywhere near as valuable, I'm sure, and I just screwed up by turning the camera on its side. Sorry about that, folks. Anyways, a really interesting piece there. We looked and looked and looked, but couldn't find the blob top for it. But again, that's from about the 1850s. And then, last I want to show you is this huge egg that was in the water, covered with silt, and saw just a little bit of it exposed, and had been trying to figure out what kind of an egg it is. I mean, it's just probably about 4 times the size of a chicken egg. Closest I can come is that it's a goose egg, but I didn't know that geese laid eggs that big. And why it was actually in the water submerged, I don't know. It was, I'm sure it's not viable at this point because of its being submerged in the water. But pretty cool piece. And in case you'd ever missed it, the bowl that it's sitting in is a hand-carved wooden bowl. Estimated age is 175 years. It was Native American made here in Saginaw County, Michigan. I don't have a lot of details on it other than that. But I wanted to show you these few pieces. Please, if you have a comment on any of the pieces that you can help me identify what kind of egg it is for sure, and what the devices were that are enclosed in these lumps of rust, let me know. I'd be very interested in hearing from any of you viewers if you have an idea of what they represent. Thanks for stopping by. God bless, and have a great day.